What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here and welcome to some more F1XL highlights. This is round 14, the Hungarian Grand Prix, and the battle between myself and Vidal goes on. 6 points between us. If you've missed any of the races, go check them out. There's been some pretty awesome ones this season, and this could be another classic. So, Hungary, it's a decent track for me. It's not one of my favourite. I mean, I prefer it more offline. They are pretty good around here, but in league races, I just don't seem to get the rhythm around here, and in terms of qualifying, it does show I'm a second off the pace, which is very annoying, and surprisingly it's from Dark Pred. I expected Vidal to be on pole here, but yeah, not a great session for the Williams there. I'm in 6th, my teammate down in 9th, and just a shout out to Sigma, who couldn't race because he lost his controller. Had to have a good old chuckle about that, but the lights are lighting up. 4, 5, and the Hungarian Grand Prix in F1XL Season 7 is away. We get a pretty good start, actually, not too much wheel spin, and away we go. And look at the front, Vidal's absolutely all over Dark Pred, and going into turn 1, let's see what we can do. Just looking for a space, looking to keep it clean, and whoa, that's my teammate round the outside of me. He's come from 9th position, he's had an amazing start. I think he's still on my inside here, and yes he is, so I might have to let him through. He goes to move on Fireman, he's got the inside line, he gives Fireman a nudge, and that gets us up to 4th. What a start, we're up to 3rd and 4th, and now I'm behind Vidal. Vidal is in the lead. I'm just behind Water. I need to get past as quick as possible. I wish he'd let me through. I was getting so annoyed. Please let me through. Please let me through. I'm trying to go up the inside, but no, we've got contact and we've been hit. We've been hit all the way around. Broken front wing. Absolute disaster. At this point, I was so annoyed. I actually shouted out, "Piss off, Gareth," which is the name of Water. And I was so annoyed at this point that I cut the corner by accident and get a penalty just to top things off. Oh, I didn't even think about the guy who hit me. I was that annoyed, and I don't really show too much emotion when I'm racing usually, but this really affected me, and I was seething. But actually it was Fireman that touched me round, and yeah, at first I thought it was his fault, but actually I do move across, because he is there, he sticks his nose in, a bit unnecessarily. Was he going to get a move done? Probably not, we would have been 3 wide. But we did decide between ourselves, it was a racing incident, and I've got to recover from this, and I'm pretty much in last place, even though I do jump Mad Mouse in the pits, and we've got a lot of work to do, and we could lose a lot of points to our rivals here. Pred's in the lead, if I'm not mistaken. Vidal's up there as well, them two fighting for the lead, so I just need something to get my hopes up. And now we've got DRS on lap 4. We're going to have to adjust our strategy once again, just like we did in Spain. And we're going up the inside of RB2, who's on options. He doesn't seem to have great pace at this point. And up the inside we get ourselves into the points. It's still disappointing though, and we just need to get as many positions as we can. This is another damage limitation race, especially after getting taken out on the first lap in Spain as well. So we could do a qualifying higher up, but look at that, Vidal is in the pits. And at this point I was like, yes! I was so happy to see Vidal in the pits. I'm going to guess he had contact or something, but this gave me a bit of hope, and I felt a lot better now. Going up the inside of Moshi's, up into 8th if we can. We get the car stopped, hit the apex. Let's see if he fights back. Don't think he will. We get DRS again. And now on to lap 10, we are in 8th place. Things are looking a little bit rosy with Vidal further down the field, but I think Pred is still in the lead. But we stretch these tyres out for 12 laps, which is pretty good for our strategy. That means another 12 laps on another set of prime tyres. But I was thinking about the final stint. I wanted to go for options, try and make a few positions in the final stint. And I thought 10 laps might be a little bit too much, so we might have to stretch this stint by a lap or 2 if possible. So our second pit stop of the race, and we're now down to 10th. Moshi's has gone for the undercut here. And has he got it done? He's round me outside. He gives me a tap. I'm not sure if he saw me there, but we just stay ahead of him. And look at that, in 9th position is Vidal. So he is quite far ahead of me on the track, but who knows in terms of strategy. This is another one of them tracks where there's a number of strategies you can do, and it's very unpredictable. We are now on the back of Mad Mouse on lap 18, and he seems to be really struggling. He missed the chicane there, and it looks like he's got no grip at all. Not sure if he's got a front wing actually. We'll have to look. I think he did. I think his tyres must have gone off the cliff. And now we're up to 9th, and just making our way through the field if we can. Is that my teammate's coming out the pits after his pit stop. he was up to 2nd or 3rd in the early stages, because he must have dropped down quite a bit looking at this, and he's behind me, and I am not letting him through. But yeah, it looks like he goes for a very opportunistic move there, makes contact with me, and I did get annoyed with him there once again. I think we need to have a word with each other after this race. But he actually had a bit of a half spin there, and it didn't help him out at all. But now, my tyres are really going off. I'm going for another lap, just to stretch these tyres out so I can go on options in the final stint. And I pretty much just let Water pass. There's no point fighting. He's on options as well, so he's up to 7th. And Vidal is behind me, but at the time I wasn't sure if that was his final pit stop, but it actually was. He did try and stretch his tyres out all the way to the end, and I think they were primes. But at the end of the lap, we're coming in for our final pit stop. So is Blazer just ahead of us, so looks like we're both going for the option tyres. At this, just before I came in, I was hoping, Water, please do not come in, because I cannot do another lap on these tyres, otherwise it's just going to wreck the race. So, battle in the pits between myself and the Red Bull of Blazer. We come out just behind him, but I think we'll be fighting him for any points in this final stint. So we come out in 10th. We got a big gap to 11th, so we should get at least a point here, though I'm pretty sure a few cars are going to pit. And now I've set the fastest lap of the race, closing in on Splays. We got DRS. Can we go for a move up the inside? We've done this a few times this race. He outbrakes us, but we hit the apex. And do we get it done? He will be on the outside. I think no, we get better traction. And up we are into 6th place as other cars have pitted. And this is a great recovery. And look at this, on the back of our championship rival Vidal, on the penultimate lap here, going on to the final lap. He's stretched these primes out for quite a while, so his tyres are not feeling great. He got passed by, I think it was Blaze on the previous lap, so he is struggling. And we've got DRS. We should get this move done. Let's see what we can do into turn 1. He's gone very defensive, but we are later on the brakes because he's on much worse tyres. And we've got the move done up into 5th place. We've dispatched of our rival Vidal. And let's see if he fights back. I do go defensive just to defend the position. I thought Vidal might go for a move up the inside, but no, it wasn't to be. But look at this further on into the final lap. There's a car off the track. That is Fireman. He is off. We've gained another position, and unbelievably, we're up to 4th place. Blaze is just ahead of us, but we're not going to catch him here. But come around the final corner. Remember, I do have that 3-second penalty. We're coming across the line. It's 4th place on the track, but where is it overall? It's 5th. We've been demoted because of that penalty, and I actually did appeal it because I did cut the corner, but I didn't have a front wing. But yeah, I'm presuming that I've finished 4th because it seemed like the penalty would be turned over, but we'll get confirmation in my next highlight. So if you did enjoy that, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these highlights, and I'll catch you next time out. Bye.